Welcome to this UNLV Writing Center video that will help you to set up your MLA formatted doc in Google Docs. On the screen, you can see the list of everything this video will cover. For your overall document formatting, we will explain how to set your 1-inch margins, an appropriate font, and the line spacing. For the first page and body paragraphs, we will show how to set up the page header, the first page heading, your title, and your body paragraphs. In the Works Cited page, we will help you set your entries on a separate page and with a hanging indent. Finally, we'll cover how to create a template in Google Docs with all of these settings saved so you can go back to it and find your document ready to go for future MLA formatted papers. We are following the MLA Handbook 9th edition guidelines for formatting your page layout in Google Docs. However, some professors have different instructions, so check your assignment prompt to make sure you have all of your formatting set correctly. Note that our version of Google Docs might be different from yours, so go to the Help menu and search for the tool you need if you get stuck. Finally, you can skip to a specific topic at any time by clicking on the video chapters in the description below. We will first want to make sure the overall document layout is set up properly. We have 3 steps for this. First, your document should use 1-inch margins on all sides. This can be changed at the bottom of the File section of the toolbar, above the ruler, by clicking on the Page Setup button. Typically, your document should already have 1-inch margins, but double-check to make sure. Second, your document should be double-spaced throughout. You can change the spacing in the toolbar by clicking on the Line and Paragraph Spacing button. Then select the Double option to make your document double-spaced. If you do this before you begin typing in the document, then all of the text you add will automatically be double-spaced. Third, you should use a 12-point font size. Fonts can be found in the toolbar. MLA recommends using Times New Roman, but it is not required. No matter the font you use, it must be legible, set at a 12-point size, and used consistently throughout your document, including in the page header, first page heading, title, and Works Cited page. We have 4 steps for setting up the first page and the body paragraphs of your document. Note that MLA does not require a separate title page, so your page header, first page heading, title, and the beginning of your essay will all be on the same page. First, you need a running header in the upper right-hand side of each page with your last name and the page number. This header should be 1/2 inch from the top of the page. The easiest way to do this is to go to the Insert tab, hover over Page Elements, and then hover over the Page Numbers option. In this section, select the top left option. Then click on the page number and add your last name before it. That sets your document up to have the running header show on every page. Also, make sure your font is the same as the rest of the paper. Next, create a heading in the upper left corner and 1 inch down from the top edge of the page. The heading consists of 4 elements in this order, each on their own line: your first and last name, your instructor's name, the course name and number, and the date of submission. The date of submission should be written in the format of day, month, year, with only the month being fully spelled out. This heading should only appear on the first page of your document, not on every page. Make sure that the heading is double-spaced with no extra line spacing. After the heading comes your title. It should also be directly after the heading with no extra line space before or after it. The title should be centered on the page, and this can be edited in the toolbar by clicking on the Align and Indent button and selecting Center Align. When writing the title, only the first letter of all important words should be capitalized. So words like the, and, in, a, and to do not get capitalized unless they are the first word or the first word after a colon. The title does not need any special formatting, such as all caps or bold, unless you include a title of another work within the title of your paper. If you do that, the title in your title should get its appropriate quotation marks, italics, and/or capitalization. If you are unsure about formatting that title, ask your professor or a Writing Center consultant, or check the MLA handbook or an online resource like the Purdue OWL. We mentioned previously that the paper should be double-spaced with no extra line spacing. This means there should not be extra line spacing between any paragraphs either. As you move into the body of the paper, you will need to signal a new paragraph by indenting the first line of every paragraph by 1/2 inch. An easy way to do this is by clicking the Tab button on your keyboard. This will automatically add that indent. You can also set the paragraph indentation to happen automatically. To do this, navigate to the ruler ribbon at the top of the document and hover over the top caret until you see first line indent appear. Then slide that caret over until it is set to 0.5. That way, the first line of every paragraph will indent. The last component of your MLA paper that we will cover is the Works Cited page, specifically making sure it is moved to a separate page from your body paragraphs and that your entries have a hanging indent. As a reminder, if you cite any sources in the in-text citations in the body of the paper, they must be included in the Works Cited page. Likewise, all of the sources in the Works Cited page should be cited in in-text citations through the body paragraphs. The first step in formatting the Works Cited page is to begin it on its own page. You can do this by inserting a page break after the conclusion of your paper. Go to the Insert tab and hover over Break. Then select Page Break. On this new page, write the title, Works Cited, in the center of the page, just like you did for the title of your paper. Your Works Cited page should mostly follow the same format as the rest of your paper. It should be double-spaced, be in the same 12-point sized font as the rest of the paper, and not have extra line spacing between entries. However, a major difference in the formatting of the Works Cited page is that you add a hanging indent to mark the beginning of each citation. This means that the first line of each citation entry is flush against the left margin and all subsequent lines are indented, so the opposite of what the paragraphs look like. To create this hanging indent, go to the ruler ribbon and hover over the bottom caret until you see left indent appear. Then slide that caret over to 0.5. When you move the bottom caret, the top caret will also move. It is important to shift the top caret back to 0.0. From there, you can type in or copy and paste your Works Cited entries into the doc with that correct formatting. Also, if you have already written out the Works Cited entries, just highlight all of them first and then make the adjustments in the ruler. Before we move on, we'll quickly remind you to list your citations in alphabetical order by the author's last name or the first word of the citation entry if the text doesn't have an author. For more help with your Works Cited entries, check out our handouts on the Writing Center's website, schedule an appointment to talk with a consultant, use the MLA handbook, or locate a reputable online resource like the Purdue OWL. Before you leave, one really great thing about Google Docs is that once you have all of the formatting set up in your doc, you can create and save a reusable template so that you do not have to do all this each time you write an MLA formatted paper. After you have followed all of the steps in this video and feel good about the formatting, make a copy of your doc and name it something like MLA Paper Template so you can identify it later. Then you can go into that doc and add any placeholders that would help you, like the word title, where the title will go next time. Next, delete the content of the paper you have written. Just make sure to keep your page header, first page heading, and Works Cited page title. Finally, save it in your Google Drive in a place that will be easy for you to find again. To reuse the template with the original formatting intact, you'll go to the file, click on the 3 dots for more actions, and select Make a Copy. Just remember when you open the doc to change the instructor, course, and date in the header when you begin writing if you need to. Please know that the UNLV Writing Center has several resources about the 9th edition of MLA style, as well as other writing-related topics on our website, unlv.edu/writing-center. If you want to learn more about meeting with a Writing Center consultant or have other formatting questions, give us a call at 702-895-3908. Email or send us a Google chat to writingcenter@unlv.edu or stop by our office on campus to check us out. For more fun writing tips and memes, follow us on social media too. Remember, if you need any help with your writing or have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Writing Center. Happy writing!